greater than your older brother. Yet, Isaiah chapter 4 verse 17. He said, Esau! I'm not Esau, but I have nothing to do with him. Why? Yet is a man that God, servant Jacob, blessed. Prophesy. Because they prophesy on you does not mean that it will come to pass automatically. Yes. It's impossible. It's not. And now the Esau Ephraim mother was Asenath. Asenath word means belonging to the goddess of need. I'm trying to lay this down so we can see and pray, because I wanted to see why Ephraim suffer the thing he suffer. Hello? I want us to see. His mom name was Asen, and Asen means belonging to the goddess need. Now, most of us, if we have our children, we need to be very careful, because the goddess need is on that laptop and not the video games. Most of you see her press up, she having soul in her.
It's true.
You know, they make it out of video games now.
Yes. Yep. Goddess.
If you see her, they pump her breast up like this. And she sometimes you see her with this spear, it has like a fork. Superwoman. That's me. She's the goddess of war, the goddess of the cosmos, the goddess of the river, the goddess of the water, the goddess that produces children. So just imagine Ephraim's mother from that foundation. The mistake that Jacob made, the mistake that Joseph made, they did not intercede to break that power over Ephraim's life. Instead, he just blessed him, not knowing that he was already in blessing, but foundational powers that we'll see. We will do that. Apostle, now don't. So we could also handle the mother's house.
Jesus.
The mother's house, Ephraim man, was the one that caused this problem.
Yes, the mother.
We are going to deal with our mother's background. I think I told my story. Now in Egypt, Ni was considered the primary creator and God, the god of war goddess. The cosmos, the god of wisdom, waters, river, children hunting. If you see her symbol, as I said, it's spear with two forks. And most times you see this, they will pump a breast, big breast. Flat, the problem is marine. Now, it says Joseph's father was Potiphar. It's not the Potiphar that Joseph made. This is a different Potiphar. He was a priest of all. So he was worshiping false God. Now, all was a city close to Goshen. And it was a major place where they worshiped the sun God. So, just imagine, Ephraim's grandfather from the mother's house was worshiping sun God. You are tracing where, after God has helped him, Jacob prayed for him. After a few years, he forsook God. He joined himself to idol. So we see now, Jacob was Esau's grandson. Is that true? Yeah. He blessed him. Genesis 48, 9 to 7, you can read that. But specifically in Genesis 48, verse 7, when Joseph saw that his father placed his right hand on Ephraim's head, it displeased him. So he took his father's hand to move it from Ephraim's head to Manasseh. Verse 18, Joseph said to his father, "Not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put your right hand on his head." Look at verse 19. But his fathers refused and said, "I know, my son, I know. He too will become a nation, and he too will become great." This part, notwithstanding, his younger brother will be even greater, and his descendant will become multiple nations. When I read this, if you look at the background of Ephraim, it was not so. From the beginning, they started foundational altars for the man of your mother's side were a given time. Ephraim was growing when they did the first census. They became 40,500 in the tribe of Israel. After that, they reduced to 35,100. I mean, 350,000, they reduced. Why? The foundational power that began to work on Ephraim. It began to work on him. After many years, it began to work on Ephraim. It began to work on Ephraim. It began to work on Ephraim. Ephraim, two sons, something came on them. They went to steal and they killed them. So we see the problem of Ephraim from the mother's side. The father was a priest worshiping the sun god. The mother was dedicated to me, the goddess of the water, the goddess of the river, the goddess of war. So when you see Ephraim worshiping idols, foundation. Jacob said, Ephraim, put the right hand, we know right hand means stands for power, dominance, dominion. Ephraim will be greater than his brother. He will succeed in everything he does. A destiny will be led to Ephraim will become multiple nation. You will have influence in everything and increase numerically. This is Ephraim. The men are reducing. Ephraim turns his back on God. God said, I can't touch you. We are about to pray. To deal with the altar in my mother's house. I'm not going to change it though. It's the altar of my mother's house. The altar that is speaking against my rising. That is speaking against my increase, my multiplication, numerically, financially. That is speaking against my marriage. That is why so many marriages are destroyed because we are not of the mother's altar. I don't read last time in how do you call this? Ezekiel chapter 6, verse 16:44. Like mother, like daughter. You can escape. Ephraim's grandfather was ungodly priest. He worshipped idols. Ephraim's mother, Asen, was dedicated to me, the goddess of war, the goddess of the river. Then he gave them Sebe. I was a major center for sun worship. How Ephraim escaped? Hosea chapter 4 would have been absolutely impossible for him. You are about to pray. The whole time from his mother's house said, I will give you a few years. At least I'll give you 15 years. Go ahead. Then the altar from his mother's house said, you can keep having children, but I'll make your children stupid. I'll make them steal. I'll make them foolish. They will take drugs. And I will come after them. My mom was in a Catholic church. Born Catholic. One time she wanted to church. I just